Welcome to another episode of Crystal One-on-One, and today I am interviewing the very beautiful, you should see what she's wearing today, TINAH on the show. I'm Crystal. Welcome. We're at Le Chateau Brasserie Belge.
Thank you
You
so
said this
much.
is one of your favorite places to hang out?
Yes, one of my very favorite places to eat, to hang out. It's very calm, the serenity, the service.
The service, the ambience, everything just works beautifully.
Everything just
Cheers. No alcohol. Sun's still up. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Crystal.
So, TINAH TEISE.
Yes.
What are the names you were given when you were born?
I knew you were going to start right there. Well, TINAH is from Christian. That's my Christian name.
Okay.
TEISE is from my late father's name, or family name, which is Mwe TEISE. So Mwe TEISE basically, that's a Chiga name. So because of, you have to swag it up. You remove the Mwe and keep the TEISE. So it's not actually...
Are you trying to say you pimped your name?
I didn't pimp it. It's actually my name, but to make it short and easier for you people.
Yeah.
And people call me TINAH, Tiash, Teen, Trash. They can't pronounce TEISE.
I'm sorry, did you just say trash?
That's for the joking part of it, but I'm like, they don't know how to either write it or pronounce it, so it's TEISE.
TEISE. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's good to have you.
Good to have you. And have
Please
you
first
here.
tell me about this outfit.
Okay, well.
Oh my goodness.
First of all, boots, very bad idea for such a very hot day. But it was planned, so I had to wear them. This is kind of like a suit, but not both together, but it matched together.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, for Crystal one-on-one, let's get one-on-one with the fashion too.
All right.
Here I am.
Now, if anyone goes to your social media, number one, it's very clear you're a proud Mochiga.
Oh, yes.
And then you have something Kabale juice.
Kabale juice, yes. You want to hear about that?
Yes.
So there's a time, I think about 3 years ago, there was a very popular song, German Juice.
Yes,
That song?
I remember German
And
Juice.
it was so buzzing everywhere. That artist actually had to come to Uganda. And me, German Juice, first of all, she's not German. That was one. The artist was not German. She's Jamaican. And then two, why is everyone saying German Juice? What is about German Juice? Well, I'm from Kabale, and I feel like Uganda Juice, Kabale Juice, Northern Juice should be the thing. So I jokingly said, well, I'm not German Juice. I am Kabale Juice, and it's stuck.
You know, the same way people mess with your name, people say you're juicy.
Oh. I didn't see that coming.
Okay, take that back.
I didn't see that coming. Let me have some juice.
Touche. So you were born in Kabale. Were you born there or?
No. I was actually born in Buganda. Yantonde, Rakai.
Okay, all right. Tell us about your parents.
Explains that very nice Luganda that I speak and write.
Okay.
Yes. Well, my parents, my late parents, the late Mr. and Mrs. John Mwe TEISE, were, my dad was a town clerk in those years in Nyantonde, Rakai. So that's where we grew up. That was our family home. But the farm was in Kabale.
Okay.
So growing up,
so you would still go home?
Yeah, we still go home, but we were all born and raised in between Kampala and Nyantonde.
Okay.
Yes.
And where did you go to school?
I went to, you want all?
Are there that many? Are there that many?
No. I did my P7 in Uganda Matters primary school. That was in Barra. Then I did senior 4 at Christian Crane Secondary School here in Kampala. Then I went to Lakeside College in Zira for my HSC.
You're very soft-spoken. Every time I've interacted with you, you're actually very, very soft-spoken.
Oh, really?
I haven't seen you being loud.
So
or maybe
sweet.
I need to see her in another environment.
No, you will.
So, okay, so are you the firstborn? Are you a middle child?
No. I am the last girl born of 12 kids. 6 girls and 6 boys, so I am the last born.
12.
So I have 6 brothers, 1 late, so now there are 5, and then 5 sisters.
Okay, that's a big family.
Yes,
that's
I'm the last born, so I'm one of the babies.
So how was that growing up?
That was very interesting one because I never got a chance to meet my parents. That's one, because being the youngest, and they died consecutive years, 96, 97. And I was born in 92. So I was about 5.
Yeah.
5 is really young. So I never met my mom. I don't have any memories of my mom. I have few memories of my dad, but like with other siblings of mine. So growing up was not like the easiest. It was not all rosy and stuff. But because I had siblings who, when our parents died, we were separated because relatives had to take over, and now you can't keep you together as a family, and we were many. And being the youngest, I think the selection of when relatives, when they want to take on kids, they don't want the little baby who's crying as they started school, is needy and all that. So I ended up in a very strange home in Bara. That's where my childhood began. So my childhood was...
Sort of a very strange home.
Yeah, in a very strange home. This... you have all the time?
Yeah, please.
Yes, my dad, he used to run foundations under his name. He loved education, he loved the church, and he loved politics.
Okay.
So under his foundation, the SEPT Foundation, he used to build schools, like go to villages and build schools and churches under like the same foundation, and then provide education, and because he loved the church, have a church by the school.
Okay.
So there was very many kids that went through this foundation, and they didn't know who this man was, but they went through school under his foundation.
Wow.
So this one nurse is in Bara University now, properly working after education and all. And then she sees a familiar name on some documents. My cousin. And she realizes, I know this name. I don't know if this person is related to this man they tell me about, but let me follow up. So she follows up and of course talks to my cousin sister. My cousin sister like, well, this man is just died recently, but if you want to help, there's a kid of his who has nowhere, because clearly they're not orphans, has nowhere to stay. So that's how I end up in this woman's home, and that's where my life started. So we're not related, it's a strange environment, and you don't know, whatever went on in there was the beginning of my life as me. Yeah.
When you say very strange,
yes,
what happened?
Because I don't know if other orphans go through life like that. You don't have that many choices to make. You're lucky to be where you are. All they keep telling you is that you're lucky you're going to school, you're lucky at least you have food to eat, you're lucky you have a place to stay. So you are reminded to just be grateful for this life that you have now. And it's not like this person is your relative, they're not your siblings, they don't. And at 5 you're really a kid. So
but you're made to feel like,
yes, so you're needy. First of all, you're a kid, and then there's no explanation. What happened? Where's my mom? Where's my dad? Where are my siblings? Why aren't we together? Why is life like this? Why am I with you? Who are you? So there are all those questions that you can't exactly ask, but it's life. So I was very mistreated as a kid in this particular home. These people are still alive, so I don't usually talk about this. I'm still on that healing process emotionally, because when things happen to you as a kid, it's hard to forget. Because the kid's mind,
and they stay there.
Yes, they stay there. So you have a girl who grew up very isolated. When I look back now, I feel like if I'd been babied,
you wouldn't be who you are today.
I wouldn't be who I am today. Yeah.
Oh, we don't really know that, but I mean, the fact that you're able to recognize that you were mistreated is very powerful.
Yes.
And you said you're healing. Does that mean like you're having therapy, or have you been able to talk about it? Because talking is so important.
It's so important. Well, it's very unlucky that depression and mental health are not things that us as Ugandans talk about regularly. We don't have an open conversation. The same way we talk about AIDS and Ebola and all
cancer
these things,
now.
and cancer now. We're not there yet with mental health. So we look at it as a white man's disease. So first of all, to even open up is a process, because people are sick. People are sick, and you have to recognize that you're sick. We might not be sick the same way, but people are sick. And one, they don't talk about it. Yes. And two, we don't have professional people we trust to to open up and talk about it. But I'm very glad that when you realize the first step to healing is realizing and accepting, because when I remember growing up, I said there's these things that come in your head, and for me, my urge as TINAH, what kept pushing me was like, I'm going to succeed, I'm going to be very rich, I'm going to work so hard, I'm going to be very...
And no one's going to make me feel
and no
like...
one's going to make me feel like that when I buy my first car, when I build my first house, when I do all these things, I'm going to be filled and all. And what's very funny is that those things never fill you up. So I had to stop running and catch myself for a minute and say, TINAH, this that you sell to the world, you have a life that many girls, oh, she's on TV, she's doing this, I want her life and all that, but you're selling something that's not you. You need to heal. You can't talk about everything. I have scars on my body I can't explain to you, but because I was beaten so bad. And every day I look at those scars and I'm reminded of my childhood. You can't explain them to everyone because this is your story, this is part of your story. And I'm just grateful.
Well, like you said, we're not going to get emotional.
Sure,
but like you said, you're living your best life right now, and that's what matters. And you're strong, and you've come out of it, and I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. So how long were you living in this home?
That was from P1 up to like P4.
Okay, P1 to P4.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Yeah. So P1 up to like P4. I never talk about this part of my life at
It's
all.
part of you, and it just makes us even more proud of who you are, you know? You want to take a moment?
Sure.
You can take a moment. So you were in that home until you said P4?
Yeah, P4.
And then what happened?
And P4, you know, because now by the time my parents died, I had not even started school. So P4 now, these things that are happening around you, you don't really like them. And the only time we'd have as a get-together was during some holidays, maybe third-term holidays, where our Jaja, my mom's mom, would have us all in the village.
Okay.
She would just say, I don't care where they are, send my grandkids back home. And that's the only time I remember as a kid feeling baby, because she'd wash you, you'd sleep in the same bed with her, she would feed you. That's the only time you'd feel like, oh, I have a parent in the world. And then during that holiday time is when you talk about what's happening to you, how are you holding up. And of course, because you're the youngest, they're not going to tell you what's happening on the other side. But you see, these are big siblings, they're not happy. Everyone has things that's hurting them, but no choice, because that's how life has turned out. So let's brave it, let's see how we get out of it. So P4 I couldn't have it. And luckily enough, our firstborn was now in senior 4.
Okay, okay.
And because of things that happened, you know what happens when people die and then relatives sell off property.
And then it sounds like your dad had done quite a lot, actually.
Quite a lot. The man was ready, and he didn't die an abrupt death. He fell sick, so he knew that I've left this many kids, I've left this much wealth, they will be taken care of. He signed a will, he had an heir, everything was set. But once he died, things just went. Yeah, things just went from what they were planned to be. So the story was with my bigger siblings, came to realize now was that they told them there's no school fees to go to HSC. So they had to stop in senior 4 and choose a course by then, either teaching or nursing or tertiary or anything you want to do, but you know, you're not going to HSC, you're not going to university.
Okay.
So by then my big sister was doing a teaching course. Currently there's no money to continue with school. Okay. And that's it. You either choose to be a teacher or a nursing staff. So being our firstborn and being the eldest, I think for her, when we talk now, when we have these conversations, she said, before mom died, I promised her I'll take care of you. So I think it was in her heart, she kept saying, every time I go to see her, because every time she would come to see me, I remember I would cry so much that it would be hard for her to leave because I would cry so much. But you know, you cry so much, but you can't tell what's happening. But because she's grown, she knows.
She knows.
Yeah, she knows. So I think she said, no, let me go and pick my mother's child. Where I'll go is where she will be with me.
Yeah.
So she'd finished her teaching course, and I'd follow through with her. Everywhere they'd post her,
she would take
me with her.
Bless.
And for me, that was it. I didn't care whether we went to Karamoja or Masaka or where. I didn't care. I was with her.
Okay.
Whether we ate what, whether we slept on the floor, whether I was with her. Yeah.
And made all the difference. Huh?
Yeah, all the difference.
Oh, my dear, that's quite the story. That's quite the story. So that's why you were talking about later on, like, you know, all the different schools. You went from here to there.
Yes.
Because you're with your sister.
Yes. So when my sister, when they posted her, the first place they posted her was in Masaka. And when we moved from Barara, that place was in Barara, where I stayed at first. And when they moved her to Masaka, I couldn't manage Masaka. I felt so sick. The water, the weather. I was a very vulnerable kid. I think also because I didn't experience my parents. I was very moody. I didn't know what was going on. So I felt so sick that she had to move back to Barra.
Okay.
So yeah, but by the time we moved back, that was a year. And then by the time we moved back, I was in P6.
You were in P6.
So yes, so P6 and P7 in Barra.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
but now with my sister.
With your sister.
Yes.
Look at the smile. With your sister.
Yes.
Okay. So you've talked about, you know, that definitely shaped you. And that means probably in school, then you were very quiet, very timid.
Yes.
Very insecure, probably.
Yeah.
How did you manage, especially now, you know, primary years? Somehow it's normally like your high school where your personality starts to develop. Did you stay in your shell? Did you find a way to start coming out?
Primary, the first years for sure, primary, because I didn't do kindergarten, but P1 to P4, I was very closed in and very insecure and very intimidated because I never got a chance to express myself at all. It was just go to school, go back home and just be humble. You can't talk, you don't want to mingle with kids because the stories they tell, you don't know what's showing on TV. All you do is go back home, do chores, sleep on the floor, wake up, go to school. You don't eat when people are going for lunch. You hide in a corner at school or you pretend you don't want to eat. So I was pretty much a loner. Because I didn't want to share anything of my story with the kids then.
Yes.
But now when I started staying with my sister, it moved from being closed in to proving a point because this was a teacher who earned less than 100,000. And you know where this money is coming from. You cannot fail. You have to go to school, you have to study hard. My sister would never remind me, read books, do it. No. That was my best gift to her. I would go to school, I would nail it. I would come back with a clean report. I would know that even if you don't have much, I'm studying hard. And that's my gift to you because I can't give you anything. But and I remember our school fees was about 18,000, but that was even hard to pay then.
Yes.
Because I mean, she's living off less than 100. She has to pay parents, she has to pay for my lunch at school, she has to pay for a bike to take me to and from to school, and then she has to pay. Basically, by the time she pays the school fees, you know that she has worked for it, so there's no joking. And P7, I got a very good first grade for her.
Okay.
Yeah. So secondary was pretty much the same, but now secondary had gone up in my shell, and I was very outspoken. I was a literature and English lover. Debating club, interact, president of everything. That's my OG. President of everything, interact, debating, writers, everything. I was very a
active.
student leader, very active, and I was very friendly because I think growing up very closed in and lonely taught me that what I didn't receive as a kid, I could give back. So I had friends. Up to now in my adult life, I have friends. Everyone, TINAH, you have friends. You know the whole world. I'm like, yes. Yes, because I am a lover. I give so much of myself. It's a good and a bad thing.
It could be a bad thing because there's nothing left for you.
Exactly. So I realized I'm like, for me growing up, I don't want people to feel the way I felt growing up, to feel alone, to feel scared. So I could be the other person's savior. So I gave myself out to my friends, to my relationships, to my workmates, everything. Me, I am a giver. Until recently, I just say no. I think I am just giving too much and I'm not getting any in return. So let me.
And also there are people who just take advantage of it. They will take
relationships. They do, even friendships. Yeah, people just think they just know. I keep joking and telling people that I am a best friend to very many of my friends because I am like that shock absorber.
Yeah.
If things happen this side, Tina, this happened, Tina, my relationship, Tina, my what? But now when you reverse it the other way around, I have a few people that I tell
that
what's
you
going
can actually
on in
talk to.
Yes, exactly. And then I say, no, these things have to balance. The same way I resolve for other people, I have to have someone who is my solace. Because when you're too strong, and also that's the thing that I come off very strong because this character was built in me as a kid.
Yeah.
You grow up knowing that I don't care, nothing is impossible. I can do it. I don't care how, in my mouth, there's no impossible. You tell me that can't be done, what do you mean?
We are going to try.
Exactly, we are going to try. What do you mean? Money or no money, you're going to try. Let's try and see. There's nothing like it's not going to happen.
I love it.
Yes, so, yeah.
Okay, so you're in all these clubs. Were you also like dancing, acting, all those things?
So much. I was an actress in high school. I was a debater, I was a decorator. I tried some singing, but my machines failed. I think on the way from Kamal. Yes. Okay. And I was very active in my HSC. I was a student leader.
And then after HSC?
And after HSC, after HSC for me, there was no, first of all, there was no chance to just be there redundant because fast forward to senior one, my big sister.
Yes.
Time, because we are many, all of us were now in school, others were in secondary, others were still in primary, and others were going to campus. So the money, after selling off all my dad's property, the only building that we had left, the property, was not enough to take care of all of us. So I think being the eldest and seeing what things were going, she said, no, this teaching job is not going to do anything for these kids. They will either stop schooling and then others continue, so that it had gotten to a point of first wait, let this one at campus finish, or first wait, let the candidate finish her candidate class. And she said, no. So she left the country and went to Holland, Netherlands. And she started Cheyo, no more Cheyo. She started no more. She left here as a teacher. She started no more Cheyo. She learned their language. She studied. She's now a doctor. She's been there for over 20 years. Yes. And now her was the sole provider for all of us. Should work like 4 jobs and send school fees. So none of us stopped school. So she sacrificed her life for us. So none of us stopped school. So school fees would come through right on time. So now for me in my head, when I finished high school, I was like, no. Sandra, I won't be sending tuition. And then I have to ask for, I need pocket money, I need to buy this, I need to buy that. So straight from high school, I said, no, I'm going to work from VAC. I started looking for a job, and if anyone needs an assistant, I can do this. By the way, I can. So it was all over the place. So I landed a job in my VAC as an assistant. In product, it used to be Dotways. It used to be experiential marketing for MTN. Such a huge production house.
Wow.
Yes. They had the contract to do experiential. That was 2010, the year of World Cup in Africa. Yes. So yes. So in my VAC, I was really working with the fun bit. Party, of course, no curfew and all that. You party, you have fun, but then you have a job to keep. Yeah. It's an 8 to 5. And then after work, you hug because you're a vacist, and that's what vacists do. Yeah. So I started working because I didn't want for her to send rent, and then we're asking for food. Those little things, we can take care of them. Yeah. So I started working in my VAC, and even at campus, I went to Macquarie University. I did social sciences as a course. I majored in public administration, but I was a working student.
Okay. Well done, you.
Yeah.
It's nice to know. It's really nice to know because not many people have that story or can relate to the drive that you
I
had
said, no, don't
to
worry
look
about
after
it.
yourself.
I'll work an 8 to 5 and then the rest will be taken care of.
Now, one of the recent interviews you did,
Yeah.
we talked about it earlier on.
Yeah.
I was like, the things that was said in the interview.
I know.
How do you feel about, I mean, because you are definitely gossip for that. You're in the tabloids a lot. It
Yes.
also comes with the job, of course. How do you feel about it? How do you handle that?
Well, what I've learned to appreciate, at first I would...
Because, like, where's the BMW?
Exactly. I was like, oh, so I drive that car. I'm also shook. Knowing, oh, that's my car. Oh, dream car. Added on the list. Well, I feel like with our jobs, we are... That's the life we chose. Not because they're allowed to pick on us or write things we didn't do or just put us in a very bad spot, but it comes with a job.
Yeah, it does.
I used to fuss a lot in the beginning. No, I didn't do that. No, how could I? No, how could you write this? Then I learned to, some things I don't see, some things
just
I
disconnect.
hear. Yes. And then when you have a trusted circle, maybe family and friends that know who you are, there are people who I know you have in your life who you will tell, Crystal stole a pen, and I say, she can do that. And then they say, oh, she did this, and they're like, no. I was not there, but the Crystal I know, that's not her.
That can happen.
So you cannot be accountable to everyone because every day I read things about me. I'm like, oh, exactly. Where is the BMW? And you don't know where they're trying to do their business, but then somehow they'll carry you through. In their business. So those who know. That's it. Those who know. Those who don't know, I cannot.
No, you're right. You can't be accountable to anyone. You
accountable
lose your
to
mind.
everyone. You lose your mind. You try. And then there's this thing. I'm trying to clear the air. When you clear the air is when now you're being suspect to what they're writing.
Yeah, like, why is she trying so hard? Why is she being so defensive?
Yeah. So sometimes I date people I've never met. Sometimes I spend money I've never spent in my whole entire Sometimes I drive cars I've never driven. And I'm like, well, it looks good. Let's go with that.
Hey, you're on
Until you
TV.
meet me pulling up in a Kachika, like, TINAH, I'm like, man, I'm also looking for that car. When it comes, we shall sure let you know.
So how did you start presenting Login?
So Login.
Did you have some TV experience before that?
I've actually been on TV for 5 years.
Well, there you go.
Interesting. With them TV still. I with Login was a story of 2 years ago. Login specifically, but TV as a whole 5 years ago, which is from 2014. And 2014 is when I finished my campus. Because I'd already been a working student. I did sales and marketing for companies here and there, Orient Bank, MTN, Galaxy FM. And while I was at Galaxy, I received a call from a colleague who I'd gone to school with, but now works with NTV production. Oh, TINAH, our presenter is going away for pregnancy leave. Do you want, by then it was Robin Christie, her first child. And we're looking for a girl to come and just fill in for those few months. Do you want to try? I'm like, I'm like, no. I am not confident. I can't do TV. My face is not for TV because me, as TINAH, my passion is sales and marketing.
Okay.
Yes, I will sell to you leaves. You will buy them.
I love the confidence you buy them.
Yes, I will sell to you a red bag and tell you it's blue, and you will take it. Yeah. So for me, it's like what I love most. Even though I went to school for public administration and all that, I love to sell, and that's what I'd been doing for MTN, opening accounts for customers for Orient Bank. Then I was with Galaxy FM, getting people to advertise with. So for me, that was my field. And I'm like, TV, that's different. I have to be in front of people. I have to actually talk. Then I have to dress up. That's not for me. But I have some couple of friends who are really cute, and I think they can do that. They said, okay, you come along with our friends. Bring them, come along, and you all do screen tests. So we all go. We do a screen test with NTV. And out of the people that did screen tests, they actually really like my screen test. They're like,
you had to carry the friends.
Exactly. I'm like, let's all go. Let's go and see. So we did the screen test, like them. They're like, okay, now we like you. now we shall go to the field, we train you as Robin prepares to get off TV. So we trained about 2 months prior to her leaving. It didn't happen. Company politics, my dear. You know this, we're in the field. So I was so bitter. I'm like, you guys have been training but I was wise. I did not quit my job at Galaxy FM.
Okay.
Yes, I told them, guys, there's a job, but I can't do these two at the same time because these ones don't need me 24/7. So I can do my job.
And when you're doing sales, it's a lot in the field and results really.
Exactly. So I'm like, I can do sales during day, and in the night I can go shoot my things. Nothing will change. So I kept my day job, and then I'll do these other things after work.
Yeah.
And then the show came on, and it was Anne, the next presenter, and Anne was on the show. And I remember watching the show and asking, no one warned me, you guys didn't tell me what happened, we've been in the field, I've been shooting, what went wrong? And I was really, of course, as human beings, I was really disappointed. I remember sitting down with my friend Prim, because she works also with Galaxy, and I cried so much, and I said, oh my God, these people are not fair. So they used me because I invested a lot. Remember these training months, Uganda don't give you per diem, to your transport, your clothes, your makeup, no one. You want the job. So make yourself available for the job. So it didn't happen. And when it didn't happen, I went back to my job, and life moved on for like 1 month. And then I received a call. Hey Tina, this is Daniel, and I want to, can I meet you? I'm like, over what? I saw your screen test. I used to work with NTV, and I think you're a very good presenter. I'm like, come on. No. TV? Nah.
After what I went through?
It's not gonna be my thing, it's okay. You want a girl to present. Please tell me, I'll just survive with girls, but yes, Tina, no, I'm busy, I'm now properly on sales and marketing. It's like, no, just come. So I met him at National Theatre, and he had a concept and a camera and said, I don't care whether you're ready or not, we are shooting something today. I'm like, but no, there's no it's going to happen. I'm not ready. No, we're just going to shoot trials. So he showed me a concept. You remember Loudon City?
Yes.
Yes. So he shows me a concept, Loudon City, so this is all you need to do. And first of all, you're very vibrant, you have good people skills, I know you know celebrities, so your job is going to be getting the people to interview. Me, I'll do the camera work, I'll edit. Then I'm like, so how are we getting paid? He's like, no, at first we are not getting paid, but our job will get us paid. I'm like, okay, so when do we start? Now. Hands me the microphone.
Like, seriously, it was like, let's shoot now.
Let's shoot now. So we start interviewing people, painting art and stuff there at National Theatre. So we shoot, and the next day is like, I need you to come at 10 p.m. We need to, start calling your artist friends, because I already knew very many people from my field. Call them, can we do interviews and stuff? I'm like, okay. And still, my mind was, because now I didn't know how I was going to get paid, and then where is this show going? We had no plan. But because I loved it, I when we shot, and now he was selling me his vision of, you will do this. And then when I looked at my interviews, like, not so bad. Okay, we'll correct here and there. And then Loudon City was born. Okay. Which later aired on NTV as a short 5-minute show. Yeah. That had issues. We had business partners issues. Someone stole the concept and registered it as their trademark, so we had to work with them. A lot of stories. So we let the name go. Okay. Then it came back as About Town. Okay. Yes.
You've been through through the works.
And when it came back as About Town, it was now still our concept, but we kind of working with and for someone, my former production house. Yeah. He's not name drop, Kazora, don't name drop him. I don't like to give him props. and yes, and I worked with them for like about 2 years. That was from 2015, 2016. And then in my head I said, now, because I was producing myself, dress myself, transport myself, everything myself on a salary of 700. That would still come late, like 3 months later. And I said, no, it's not going to happen. So I quit my job. I quit my job with About Town. As much as that was really painful, because that was my baby. I built it. Everyone who would see About Town, they would see TINAH. That's the face. That's her show. That's her show. And I just said, I can't. You have to start somewhere. I didn't work. They didn't pay me, but I'm so grateful for the years of training that I took and experience, because now I do it on my own. Yeah, so all those years I did it alone. And with Login, how I ended up again on Login, which is so funny, is when I left Buddies, I said, okay, so I quit my job. What do I want to do? Do I want to go back to the corporate world and resume with either public administration, or I do sales and marketing again, like proper now go into corporate life, or do I still go back into production with entertainment? And I said, but I have my head, I have my concepts, I know people, we can work together, let's build something. So we built a show called City Talk. Same concept, same everything, because that was my show. The previous show was my show. So I tried NBS.
Okay.
And when they saw my show, they said it's too high quality for them. And I'm like, okay.
All right.
Like, no, it's too. Anyway, if you don't know where to place it, can be on NBS, but we have a sister station called Sanyuka. Maybe it can go there. Okay, if we can give you, shall give you 3 minutes. Okay, first wait. Let's first. I'm like, you're not ready. Because if you say this,
if you're trying to fix it somewhere, then
you're not ready. And this is a really nice show. Put in the work, and so my plan was to go with a sponsor, and so I didn't want to have those issues of now you're aired. So I was ready. I was equipped. And then someone from NTV noticed that I'm no longer on About Town. I didn't raise noise. I didn't raise nothing. I just moved quietly. And continued working. So they would see me in the field, but with the City Talk microphone, and they wouldn't see About Town. So are you rebranding? Is it the same thing that happened with Loud and City? I'm like, no, this is a whole totally different thing. So they call me, NTV called me, like, what's happening? I'm like, I quit. Why did you quit? ABCDZ. So what's your plan? I'm trying to look for a job. Okay. So where? I figured you guys have very many TV shows. Like, who told you? Anyway, well, I don't think you can fix me anywhere, and I know you guys have given too many chances, and it's not your fault because I don't work for you directly. But what I'm doing now is I'll see if it ends up maybe on YouTube or on my personal social media. We'll see. And then Aggie is like, no, let's see what you have. And then I showed her I was ready. I had a 30-minute show, a 5-minute show. I said, whichever you want. I'm ready. So I showed her City Talk. She looked at it and was like, okay. Actually, login is in the shelves because they had seasoned out the show. It had issues with the presenter, something they wanted to change it. And so we have login, and we wanted. It's of course it's a property, but we want to bring it back, but in a better shade and all revamped form. I'm like, oh. So you want me to do login? Like, yeah. So we'll hire as a presenter. I said, no, wait a minute.
No, I'm not going back there again.
No, I'm not working for people again. So this is the deal. Since we both need each other, we, if you give me login to be the host, one, it is going to be so selfish of me because when I quit my job, the people I'd worked with on the other project quit as well. And the difference, it was a coincidence.
Yes.
So we met again in the, what are you up to? I'm working my own thing. Oh, can we work together? Yeah, sure. So they came, they all followed me, and we kind of now like became a team.
Yes.
And it would be really selfish of me to take a job alone as a presenter. That would now mean me just working for NTV, and what about the boys? And they were looking for like, oh, whatever TINAH gets, we'll all have gotten. So I tell Aggie, no. If you want me to do login, I've been in the field, I have experience. I know what to do in an entertainment show, especially I've been on About Town, I've been on Loud and City, and I'm sure login is just going to be a whole different thing. Trust me, give me the show to produce. And I remember Aggie looking at me, are you mad? Produce with what? She said, produce. This girl is crazy. She said, produce with what? First of all, I'm broke. Meanwhile, these other things I've been doing, all my little savings, which I didn't have anywhere, because you can't live off a salary of 700.
Yes.
And she just was like, are you planning to rob people?
Like, I'm going to do this.
I said, don't worry. You want the show, right? I'll figure out. Don't worry about the show, the process. Trust the process. Wait for the product. And she just said, okay. Anyway, this is how login looks like now. Let's see what you can do with it. So she gave me about a week to revamp it. That was like the best day of my life. I got out of that meeting. I'd gone to meet her for 30 minutes. That's the only time she had. We ended up talking for 3 hours.
Wow.
Because we just kept talking and talking. She was really interested in what I was saying. And I went back to the boys and said, guys, do you know what just happened? I went to ask for a dog. They gave me an elephant. And then now we're stuck with a huge elephant. What are we going to do with it? I was panicking. We don't have equipment. Oh my God, he said, okay, what are we going to do? So the boys, well, relax. Know what we've been doing. We shall figure out. Trust the process. And we have a week to present now how we're going to change. So we had to change. And we added login extra.
Okay.
Because now it was revamped.
Yes.
Login extra, we changed the colors and the logo, and we wanted to give it a fresh look. And yeah, so the week was supposed to present. That's the week I got robbed. Yeah.
So that is the footage that you lost. Okay, you may not know this story, but man, I think you have to share it. Because unfortunately, we hear about people being robbed, but your experience was so scary though.
Yeah. So that was the week that, as we finished now, our
you
last
said so
week,
you'd finish shooting.
Yeah, we'd finish shooting.
That pilot.
Yes, we'd finished shooting our very last gig for the pilot.
Okay.
Which was a gig at Governor. I think Waiki Bender was performing. It was a snap of 30 something. And now it was editing time. Let's put the work together. That was a Saturday, and Monday was presentation day. To see what we've worked on. And I finished shooting. Of course, you know how we are broke now properly. There's no being shy about it. We are broke. As long as I have fuel in the car, we have equipment that we managed to hire or borrow.
Get from here to there, here to there.
At least, yes. So there's no money left to Uber these guys back home. And I'm like, okay, since I'm the one who borrows this equipment, let me drop you guys home. I have fuel. So I drop them, staying earlier. I drop them home, and they take out the equipment. Good enough. But I have a hard drive that has the rest of the footage, the finished editing, the presentation work. And yeah, so I dropped them off as I'm driving back this huge hump. Now, if you know Chiwatune very well, Sinabel, between Sinabel and that washing day.
Yes.
And however speedy you are, you have to slow down for the hump. Yeah. So next I hear is the noise came before the action. I hear noise, and I'm thinking, oh, my tires burst.
So automatically you stop.
I brake because I was already braking. Remember, it's now I'm slowing down for the hump, so I automatically brake as a reflex. And the stone came through and hit my hand, and then fell down on the chair. All I hear is a smash of this other driver's glass, all on me. I have scars on my body. See this very light iron? These are his fingernails on my neck. So he goes through, holds my throat, and chokes me so bad I start nose bleeding and coughing blood. And I don't even know what he wants, because this colleague already has what they want. So he pulls out the car key and he's fidgeting to pull the door open. So I'm thinking, oh, okay, now they want to take the car. They're going to pull me and throw me maybe down there. And that's when a car comes from behind. But because I'm in the middle of the road, they can't pass. So the guy brakes, puts on his full lights, then another car, they all came around the same time. And now these guys carry things and they walk away. They didn't even run, they just walked away. And I am in panic. First of all, as a girl, you're alone in the car. I was in a short skirt because I'm from shooting. And all the stories just came running into my mind, because that was around the time people were getting robbed on their kids. They're killed.
Yes.
And you know, these robbers, there was no survival story of, oh, I was beaten and I'm now recovering. No, killed. This one was murdered, stoned after, like, so me, I was in panic of, oh my God, I just survived death. But then this other fool threw the car key in the bushes. So now we had to take another hour. Meanwhile, I'm bleeding. There's a police station. This is the other security problem in the country. There's a police station. There's no one there. Yes, there's no one there.
There was no one there?
There's no one. There's no one, because if there was, this is around midnight. There's no one there. So what I do is we look for the key. They put on their torches. Mommy, the guys came out of the car and oh, sorry, and I'm bleeding. So we got the key after like an hour, 45 minutes. And then I sit in the car and drive back to my camera producer's guy's house. And I hoot, and I remember the askari looking at me like, she was just here. What happened?
Why did she come back?
Why did she come back? And when I got out, I had blood. All I wanted, and you know what scared me most is I just kept remembering that story of a guy who died in Governor. a slight cut, and I had blood in my neck, and I'm thinking, oh my God, they could have cut something that's bleeding. Yes, and I'm asking, so I told them, put a towel on me, let's see if I have like a serious cut on my neck. So I didn't have any serious cut, but I had those scratches, you can see. And then now we drive to go report at the police station. Mind you, all the way from Chiwatune to Punjabi, which is here on Kampala, on Ginger Road.
Yes.
That's where we got a police station that was open. And that's where we reported. And I'm telling them, okay, I've just been robbed, but can I first go to a hospital so they can check if I don't have anything wrong? So I go to hospital. I went to IHK, they checked me, and they're like, no, you're okay, they just choked you really bad, they gave me painkillers, and we go home. So what I did is that I took pictures with my producer's camera, I logged into my Facebook with his phone, and then uploaded. Then of course with the shock and trauma, I had to sleep. And when I woke up, oh my God, it could have died and it was all over. And I'm like, yes, I mean, that's how you could be writing rest in peace.
Scary, yeah.
Exactly, I could be dead right now. And we have a police station right in the corner, so.
But the trauma.
The trauma. That's one, the trauma, and that was a Saturday night. And that was a Friday night, I think. And Saturday, I relaxed, but in my head, there was no way I was not going to get that login contract. So I remember that Sunday was a roast and rhyme.
Yes.
We shot it.
You shot?
Yes.
So you just wrapped your throat?
Yes. We shot it. I told my guys, this, if it was from someone that was trying to intimidate, because the story continues. We have this privately, and I said if it was someone trying to intimidate me to stop working and all, you know how those business things are, it's not going to happen. So I went to the field and we shot roast and rhyme, and I remember writing an email and telling them, guys, it's not going to be able for us to present in Monday. Give me another way, please. We'll put the work together. So Login was actually supposed to premiere in November, but because of that, I was shocked. I was traumatized. We couldn't. So they said, okay, relax, take your time. We know you love to work, but take it till December. You will premiere in January. So they gave me months to catch myself. For me, they said, yes, we've seen your work, we like it. So relax. Relax, you'll produce the game.
You'll get it there.
Yeah, so I took those months from October. I couldn't drive. First of all, I was just in shock of I could be dead, and my family, oh my God, my sisters, they just say no.
Take a moment.
It's not worth it. No, they just wanted to just quit. It's not worth it because you're gonna get killed. These guys, they know you. They might know the car you drive. They might be following you. They might know where you stand. All those things. Just quit, leave. They even wanted me to leave the country. Because it traumatized them as well. You could be dead, and these things happen every day. You wake up and like, oh, by the way, TINAH was robbed and killed. It's another story.
Wow. But you still held on to that elephant.
Yes, the elephant. We had to tame it. So yes, we showed a brand that year 2016, and then 2 days to my birthday, we premiered Login.
Well done.
So we earned the contract to produce it, and it's a coincidence that I'm just the presenter. But yeah, we produced Login. We organized ourselves.
Well done. So are you dating?
No. I am not.
That no was very quick, so I believe
No, because of the girls will rarely ask me that question. I'm not.
You're not dating.
I am not.
Because we were talking earlier on about like sometimes when you give and give, it can also really show up in your relationships.
Yes. This is a conversation that I've had with one of my girlfriends who were having this conversation, and she said, "Oh, TINAH, why it should be easy for you to meet people you might like, because every day, because of your job, you meet very many people who would want to date you, obviously, who are all sorts of caliber, they're rich, so what they would be your ideal girl." And I'm like, I wish it's not like that. I wish you were this other side. You know that it's not like that. One, because I am not I would love to date. I have dated in the past, but the people I've given a chance to, it was that situation of you give, and they're not getting anything back, and it's not worth it.
So there's a pause button right now.
Yeah, there was a pause button. And then when it comes back to you meet very many people, why wouldn't you? Or maybe you're too picky. And I'm like, actually not. There's a lot of reasons why I am not dating. One, because there's a stereotype around us media girls.
Yes.
The men or the world has put us in a box of, they look good, yes, they work, they're on TV, but they're all about their careers, they're not settling material. So if you want to date her for fun, maybe
have a good time.
Have a good time, but to wife her, it's not going to happen because she's busy, she has a career, she's all over the place, so she will not settle, she will not be. I don't know what wife material looks like. Should we work with suspense? What should we do? Should we wrap up in the garage to show that we can cook? I don't understand. So I'm like, wow, does a wife material look? So that's a stereotype all over. I don't know if the people that came in the past maybe displayed that.
Yeah.
But it's just a job.
It's just
when you're on this other side of the job, you realize it's just a job.
But also like, things fall into place when they're meant to.
Exactly. That's the thing. And then second is that the people I would date, I'm 26 now, the people I would date, my 30s, 35, the ones that are in like my age. One, I feel like guys at my age now, they're just starting to touch money, to touch money, to now get exposed. So to tell a 26, 28 year old to settle, they cannot relate. Because for you at 26, you feel like, oh, now I'm ready, I can settle. And the guy is just, he's just touched his real money, his business is kicking off, and he'll settle for what? So you just gotta set up yourself for a headache. All that. You see it. For a headache. You see it, like, no, it's not gonna happen. And the ones you would give a chance to, insecurities kick in big time. At first it's okay. You start the conversation keeps, oh, I understand, oh, you're on TV and all that. And then it gets real. This is a job. I have to go out in the night.
Late nights.
And this is my life, You'll wake up to a picture of me standing next to a guy who I have no idea who the guy is, but the story would be really different. There will be just a lot of things that will tick you off. So it has to be a trustful relationship. You have to know me for you to know the kind of person you're dating.
Yes.
Insecurities kick in, and before you know it, you're fighting. Before you're like, it's not worth it.
Just let it go.
Now, those are my age mates. The other category is the married men, the old ones. And these people do not talk, my fellow girls don't talk about it, but it happens a lot, especially in our field. They look at you, they figure you out, oh, she's on TV, what would she want? Take care of her little bills, maybe pay her rent, fuel her car, or buy her one. If she doesn't, spoil her a little bit, goodbye.
Take her on holiday here.
Take her on holiday here and there, and she's sorted, little pocket money, she's sorted. So that side chick situation, and I feel like, nah. I've worked on myself too much to just be in that situation. So yeah, that's I'm not dating because of those reasons.
Well, unfortunately, we're out of time. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.